Oh, this is going to go down hysterically well then, isn't it? Odd choice is all I'm going to say. Wow, that's craziness. Wow. You don't stuff humans. I can't believe that I'm at the shops, guys. How could you do that to me? Hello guys, and welcome back to Dance Mums, and today we are jumping straight into Season 3, Episode 14. Now I'd like to say that we're halfway through the season, but we're nowhere near. So, without much further ado, let us jump straight into the very first episode with Asia and Christie on Dance Mums. Yay! Yeah, if you've not been watching my AUDC episodes, first of all, what you're doing. Second of all, I don't particularly like Asia and Christie. I don't mind Asia. I think Asia's cute and she's sweet. I just don't like Christie. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a real litmus test, working out whether I'm going to be able to stomach the rest of the season. Because if they are going to just be causing untold horrors for the rest of the show. Yeah, Season 3 is going to be a tough one. And I'll just have to look forward to the better days of Season 4. Which I know is already going to absolutely break my heart because I'm going to be saying goodbye to my two faves. What am I going to do without them? What am I going to do without Christie and Kelly? Like, what am I going to do without them? I don't know. They're literally 70% of the reason I watch the show. 60%. Yeah, 60% is a good percent. So, before we get into the episode, I just want to say, first of all, I don't know how much crossover there is between The Traitors and Dance Mums. But if you guys aren't watching The Traitors UK... get on that shit. I don't know how you can watch it in the US. Illegally stream it. I don't care. Probably be up on Daily Motion if you head over there. But, oh my god, it's incredible. I will be getting to The Traitors US. End of Jan, start of Feb. And then I'll be like playing catch up. Which isn't exactly how I wanted to play it. But there's just no room in the schedule, guys. No room. Soz. There's just not. And why did they drop 3 episodes at the start? That was just taking the piss. Absolutely taking the piss. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Let us get straight into the episode. And we'll just, yeah, go. Pyramid. These two have been socially distanced. I don't know why. But on the bottom of the pyramid, making her return, it's Abby. I just didn't appreciate her in the last episode. There were some comments made. Just weren't very nice. Wasn't a very good situation to be in. I loved her being put in her place by Rochelle Rack. Incredible woman. Can't wait to see her back. Next up, Brooke, she just weren't in the episode. I have a feeling that she had some kind of finals or prom to go to that meant she couldn't go away for the weekend, and that she wasn't just turfed off the team because she made one mistake. I feel like that's a little bit ridiculous. Next up, we have Melissa. She kind of just, again, didn't really do much last week. It was kind of just, hi, my name's Melissa and I've turned up to film. Yay. Next up, we have Jill. Again, Jill was kind of tame last week. Same with Christie and Kelly. Other way around though. That's not who I was talking about. But yeah, I appreciated Christie obviously for standing up for Chloe in that moment of horror with Abby. As for Kelly, she kind of just stunned all week and just slayed and didn't cause any arguments and was very well behaved. But sadly, that only... When did Holly fall down? That's not been the whole time, right? Well, that kind of ruined the surprise of Holly being on the second tier, but Holly is that. She's a queen. We love her. And you can't spell Holly without PhD. Well, you can, but you just have to get a little bit creative. Up next, we have, if I can get it off, Paige and Nia. Very good in the dance. Main dance, fabulous, incredible attempt. Very well done. Next up, Kendall. She came third. Not quite on the top of the pyramid, but she's getting there. Next up, we have Maddie. She did well, but I think her sister did better. It's hard when there's 2 years between you and you dance and I'm watching and I'm like, wow, I'm really engaged with this, but I'm paying more attention to Mackenzie than I'm paying attention to Maddie. I don't know whether that was because Maddie just wasn't shining in that number, but Mackenzie sure was. So, I don't know. I think if Abby realised that, she probably would have shot Mackenzie because Maddie has to shine above everybody else. But the person on the top of my pyramid this week, rightfully so, is Miss Rock and Roll / I Love You herself. It's Chloe. She deserves to be at the top of the pyramid. She's iconic. She's amazing. We love her. It's incredible. Some of y'all don't like her in the comment section. That's fine. You're not going to agree with all of my opinions. Okay? Just keep it cute. I do feel like this channel ruins any chance of me being able to get a girlfriend. Because I'm going to be like, yeah, I do YouTube, and they're going to watch these videos and they're going to go, yeah, that's about that one. Bit tough, innit? Yeah, rough and tough. Someone out there might be into it. You never know. What do you do for work? I sit and I watch Dance Mums. Oh, that's an interesting job. Yeah, and then I imitate the Dance Mums, and then I do a pyramid where I have all their faces on my wardrobe and I rearrange them based on how much I liked them in the previous episode. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then after that, then I score their dances after every single one of them has danced. They're going to be waving the red flag. They're going to be waving the red flag. They're going to be like, I'm tapping out. Have a lovely rest of your meal. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Another good weekend.
Starting off for positive. Abby, who are you? What have you done with the real Abby? Because the Abby that I know would never, ever start a pyramid off with a positive. What is this affirmative action that you're doing right here? Is that the right word? I don't even know.
Let's get to the pyramid. I'm going to start on top because that's easy. Addie?
Okay, I know why we're starting on top. It's because they're going to be like, here's Asia. They only ever do this when there's like a surprise at the bottom that they don't want to unveil. That's why... Unveil? That's why we're starting at the top. For no other reason other than that.
And next on the pyramid, Paige.
Paige on the second row of the pyramid? What's going on here? She was only in the main group number. She was the lead, to be fair. And she did do fabulously. Very, very well done. I'm impressed.
Miss Abby always says it's harder to get on top of the pyramid, but it's tougher to stay there. And I showed her that I could stay there.
Oh, Paige, bless you. She's talking about the top of the pyramid. Like the top. And sadly, you've only ever been there once. So I feel like we need to temper our expectations. But she did mention it takes something to get you to the top of the pyramid, but it's another thing that you got to get in order to stay there. I butchered that, I know. But at least you can tick it off your bingo cards. Why did I wink there? Why would I do that?
Kendall, you were third place overall. Hey, wasn't second.
She mentioned second, which we all know is an abbreviation of second is the first to lose. Pick it off your bingo card. Why would I say pick it? Like a fence. What's going on here, Ethan? Sort yourself out. Okay? We're recording. Okay? I know. But for once, we're just going to have to cooperate with each other, okay? I don't remember what I was saying.
We have Chloe. Chloe, you were the first overall high score in the junior solo division.
Hold up. There are 3 people in the middle of the pyramid now? Is this because we've added Asia? Surely at some point, someone's clocked and gone, there's an extra picture on there. There's an extra picture somewhere there. I don't know about that one. Who is this mystery person? Because I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The math ain't mathing, Abby. The math ain't mathing. And I should know. I love maths.
You're here because you obviously didn't dance. You had a nice little vacation.
You forced Brooke to take the week off, and now you put her at the bottom of the pyramid like it's her fault.
That is so true. Because as far as we're aware, she just got taken off the team last week by Abby, but suddenly it's a vacation. Oh, I did you a favour. Nah, no you didn't. Nah, because as far as we're aware, you just did it to be spiteful. So this is the issue when you've got so many different storylines being hidden because they don't want to bring like real life into it.
There's an extra person on the pyramid. I have no idea who this is.
I couldn't possibly begin to guesstimate who is underneath that poster. Oh my god, I just could not possibly think to guess.
Asia will be joining the Abby Lee Dance Company.
These guys are shitting themselves because they've all watched AUDC. They've all watched it. And they're all thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, it's that woman. It's that woman that was so just wanting to fight everybody every 10 seconds. You say anything remotely negative about my daughter, I'm scrapping you outside. That was literally her tagline. I'ma scrap you outside. Slightly less London, but more... I don't even know where she's from. What actually are Asia and her family from? Let me do some research. Oh, she's from California. Okay. Corona, California. Oh, don't mention Corona. Don't mention it, guys.
And I want to warn you. I don't want to hear one word about anybody chasing this woman out.
I don't know how I feel about this. And also, this lighting... Oh, should I just look like an Oompa Loompa today? It's fine. I don't think any of these mums are going to be running this woman out of town. This woman is going to run these mums out of town. These mums are not going to give a fuck about this new person. This new Christie with a K. Oh, God. Oh, it's going to get confusing when I talk about the Christies. Maybe I'll just be like Christie and Christie with a K. Yeah, that'll do. Or Christie.
That the Wicked Witch of the West and her crappy little apples are going to be there.
Now, this would have been the perfect time to introduce Yvette back into the show and have her as like another rival dance company. I feel like that could have been really cool, especially with Asia and Christie with a K, Christie, being on the team. It's like Linda, Linda with a gar. The gar is silent. That's how I feel doing that. I feel like Dr. Dillerman. Christie. Why do I get so distracted? Oh, come on, come back to me. But yeah, Yvette should be the person on the show as like a rival dance company as well as like the Candy Apples. I feel like that would just make this a lot more interesting. It's like 1 week we're against Yvette, 1 week we're against Kathy, and then 1 week we're by ourselves. But then Kathy and Yvette turn up at the same time. It's like, rah, 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 Rasputin. I just expect like chaos to ensue, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think we're stuck with Candy Apples for all of our V's. Do you know what I mean?
That evil, conniving, purse-swinging troll is going to be there this weekend. I want to...
Evil, conniving, purse-swinging troll. You gotta hand it to Abby. She knows how to deliver a line given to her by the producers. That was hysterical.
And my trio is going to Kendall, Maddie, and Chloe.
That's an interesting mix, but again, we're in the same boat of like Maddie and Chloe without Paige in a trio. Kelly's gonna kick off, isn't she? Unless Paige gets a solo. If Paige gets a solo, all is redeemed. All is redeemed and okay, and yay.
And I have one solo, and that will be going to Asia.
Since when do we only have 3 dancers going to a competition? 1 trio, 1 duet, no, 1 solo, 1 group. Is it just because there's going to be so many numbers going on that they can only have 3 because they've also got to follow Kathy's ones as well? That's probably what it is at the end of the day. It's a show thing. It's not necessarily like an Abby thing. Okay, fine. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, guys. Fine.
If we came back reincarnated, what would you want to come back as?
I certainly wouldn't come back as a member of the Abby Lee Dance Company, that's for sure.
Oh, Kelly, you little jokester. You little prankster. You little prankster. Oh!
Hey, let's go.
We're in Ohio.
We're number 2, we try harder, and I'm about tired.
Lennon's back. Woo!
And at the top, Nick.
Vinny Head Dude is gone. He's left the building. He is no more. And honestly, after the last episode, fair enough. I feel like his last appearance, it was not the finest moment by a long stretch. And honestly, I feel like his one trick was getting old. Like, I've seen this Donny spin on his head now 500 million times. And there's only so many times that you can sell that to me and make me go, oh, wow. Before I'm like, really? Every single number you're going to use this in? Okay.
Choreographer this week is John Culbertson. The funny thing about John, however, is that he's very good friends with Abby.
Oh, this is going to go down hysterically well then, isn't it? If he's best friends with Abby and he's choreographing for the rival team, this is going to cause fireworks. And I'm not just talking about 4th of July. I'm talking about every single 4th of July in one.
It's been a few weeks since Broadway Baby got sick and passed away.
I completely forgot about Broadway Baby. For me, it's been almost a whole month since I watched that episode. So that is kind of crazy. Wow. Really puts your life into perspective, doesn't it? How time just passes by and flashes by in a moment. And how you should grab every second that you can and treasure it. Yeah, no, that was shit. But you know what? Sometimes motivational speeches are needed.
She looks like a stuffed animal, doesn't she? Isn't she so sweet? And that eyes and her nose.
Someone may or may not have ruined the whole taxidermy thing in this comment section. No hate to them, but just be careful with your spoilers, please. Remember, I haven't seen the show before. But this is diabolically crazy. Because what do you mean she could have people over to her house and in the corner there's just like a dog in a basket and they go, oh, that's a very nice dog. How old is she? And it's like, oh, well, she died like 9 years ago. And that's her stuffed corpse. Oh, lovely. Okay. How can I get out of this nightmare that I'm in? This is horrifying.
Maybe, just maybe, I'll have a little bit of her to carry with me wherever I go. Picture, look how cute.
What, you're just going to be carrying around her paw in your bag? Like, oh, this is my lucky dog's foot. No, that's not how that works. I would look at you odd if you had a lucky rabbit's foot. And that's the actual thing that's meant to be lucky. But you just whip out a dog paw. I'm looking at you and I'm calling the police. That's not okay.
Abby loved her dog, and she's going to be able to see her every day. I mean, some people think it's crazy, but that's her baby.
If it was an actual baby that died, trigger warning, guys, she wouldn't get it stuffed. Don't stuff humans. So why are we stuffing animals? Just bury them and just mourn and grieve the loss. Just don't stuff them. What?
What the hell's that? Like a taxidermy place? Mm-hmm. She is not going to stuff her dog.
That's what I said. That is exactly what I said, Kelly. What do you mean she's stuffing her dog? The jokes that I can make right now. But I am choosing to be outraged rather than comedic. So you guys have to suffer in that.
Looks like the ALDC has a new mascot, and we'll carry it along to all the competitions. Like, here you go, here's your lucky charm. Give her head a rub.
Don't rub too hard, because it could snap off. No, because that would be the most horrifying moment of a child's life. If they were rubbing baby's head, and the baby's head fell off, and there's just stuffing inside. Like, I don't understand how taxidermy is work, because surely, like, does the skin not rot away? Is it like a permanent, like, they're stuffed for life kind of thing? Like, I'm confused. I don't understand how it works, I'll be 100% honest. And I don't know if I want to know how it works, actually. Because it is a bit eeky-deeky.
Girls, I'll tell you what. The boys are going to be there. They're probably going to have a duet or a trio against you. Do you believe? I'm not so sure I'm believing.
Do you believe in life after love? I can feel thing inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. That's what I thought she was gonna go. When she was like,
do you believe?
In life after love, after love, after love, after love. Yeah, iconic. Love a bit of Cher. I've even got her memoir down there. I'm about 3 chapters in. I haven't been reading a lot of it. I don't read a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I should. But, like, Game of Thrones killed my interest in reading. Jesus Christ, that second book? Oh! One thing I know, cannot stand Jon Snow and his sections of the book. Oh, God, it just slows the entire pace of the book to a crawling halt. Having to listen to George R.R. Martin describe a mountaintop for 3 pages. No, thank you.
Oh, look. She's in a cage.
Oh my God.
She's
Spoilers!
like a little wild animal coming out of a cage.
Spoilers! I ain't seen that episode yet. That's literally next on my to-do list is to watch that episode when she's dressed up like a lion.
I can't believe Asia and her mom Christie are actually here in my studio.
You invited them here, so of course they're going to be here. What do you mean you can't believe it? It's like saying, I need to go to the shops today, and then arriving at the shops and going, I can't believe that I'm at the shops, guys. That's why, like, all of these YouTubers, right, no shade to them, but when they're like, I can't believe that I'm here in this place. Well, you booked the flights. You got on the flight. You drove here in a taxi. Like, so of course you're here. Of course you can believe that you're here because you made it happen. Normally when you can't believe something, it's something that you can't believe. But you're here. You're here? What's going on?
Now remember, they're evil. The moms. I'm hoping that you are here to follow my rules, not to question me. That's what the other mothers are all about.
Christie? Following rules? We'll see how long that lasts. Interesting. Or should I say Christie?
Hi, how are you, Christie? I don't know that the world can handle 2 Christies.
Melissa looks like she's in a deep depression right now, guys. This is her worst nightmare. She's already fended off one Maddie replacement. Now she's got to try and fend off a Mackenzie replacement. Rah, Rasputin. Oh, we're back in Ohio.
I am expecting a successful weekend. Abby isn't going to know what hit her.
Kathy's saying she's not going to know what hit her when she literally hit her with a handbag. That is beautiful writing. Beautiful writing, well done.
They had better give Christie just the same amount of trouble they gave me.
Jill's like, you're gonna treat her the same way you treated me at first, right? I was treated horrendously. You ran me out of here. And then I came crawling back. But we don't talk about that. And you're just gonna be nice to this bitch, this skank? How could you do that to me? I kind of lost the accent halfway through, but you get what I mean.
We need to hide your skinniness amongst us.
We nicknamed you Skinny Christie.
Oh, great.
Does that insinuate that normal Christie is fat Christie? No, because I could not be in a group of two people, and I am fairly average. Like, I'm not skinny, I'm not fat. And then I'm getting called Fat Ethan because there's a stick figure over there. No, that's not okay. No, I'd fight a bitch before that happened.
But we just came from Korea, but I had to stop. Korea? Yeah, Asia's been working in Korea. She was on a TV show.
In Korea? I was about to ask North or South, but I think there's a fairly obvious answer to that one.
Asia loves Abby, and she works better with teachers that are on her. And she asked if she could see Abby again, and so we're here.
I actually feel like out of every person who's come to the ALDC, Asia and Christie have the best claim to being part of the ALDC because they've actually worked with Abby on a TV show, and therefore it's not like they've just auditioned because they want to be on the TV show. They're here because Abby specifically has enjoyed working with them and wants them to be on the show, and probably the show wants them on as well because they were good entertainment, which absolutely fair and valid. I feel like for each of the other people that have joined, it's always felt a bit contrived and a bit like sort of like, oh, well, why the fuck have you travelled halfway across the country to be here in Pittsburgh when there's perfectly good teachers where you're from? It's like, oh, because Abby's the best. Whereas I feel like with Christie and Asia, it does feel a lot more genuine. Like, I do actually want to work with Abby.
You're committed to this studio for a year, and if you leave, you owe her $100,000 cash.
Well, thank God I have $100,000.
Wait, where did she get that $100,000 from? Because if it's from AUDC, I'm going to start swinging. She better not have won. I'm now very concerned that she did win. Going to be a hard sell if she does win. It's going to be hard to prove that she deserves to win.
First of all, I don't like somebody coming in here with my name.
You talk about Melissa having boobs? She's cantaloupes.
Listen. I am all for digging people out when they're out the room. I'm all for it because I do it a lot. But she hasn't actually done anything to you yet. So there's nothing to dig her out for. That's why they're like, oh, she has the same name as me. Ah, she has cantaloupes for breasts. It's like, there's nothing to go off of because she actually hasn't given them anything yet. Give it a couple of weeks. It's going to be juicy.
Being around them now for this short time, there's just so many complaints.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they're miserable.
Does that make you the Red Queen? Who else is there? I think Jill's the Mad Hatter. We've got Melissa is the White Rabbit. Holly is... I don't know. Holly kind of gives Alice vibes. Like, very sensible. Very chill. Or maybe the White Queen. By the way, I love those movies. Nobody come for me. Those movies are incredible. Second of all, I think that's Holly. That character is Holly. 100%. Yeah. I'm sticking with that.
Uh-oh. What? I think you're at my seat.
I'm in your seat?
You're
okay.
at my seat.
Jill, is it that deep? Is it actually that deep that you have to sit in that chair? Is it really, though? Is it really that important? That was a little bit bitchy, I can't lie. Jill's like, if I don't sit in my seat on the coach, the other mums are going to think that I'm expendable, and I just have to assert my dominance on my seat. It's just, I might as well just piss on it, because then they know that it's rightfully mine, and I deserve to sit in it. Nobody else, just me. How dare you sit in my seat? I pissed on it. They've even shirted on it.
Why is Abby not here? I thought she was coming with us.
What do you mean the coach is en route and you're only just asking where Abby is? What do you mean? Would you not have questioned that when you got on and she was nowhere in sight? I probably would have questioned it before the coach even took off. Not whilst we're en route halfway to, Michigan?
I hope Abby's not sad when she comes in today. You know, going to the taxidermy for her dog.
What's she gonna do with it?
Good question, Brooke. Good question. She just wants it on display. And it's an it now because it's dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. It's a corpse. I'm so sorry. Anybody out there who's had their pet taxidermied, I don't mean to ridicule you, but odd choice is all I'm gonna say. Odd choice. I think it would upset me more seeing them every day knowing they're no longer here than to just bury them. Do you know what I mean?
Baby was like her child, so it's just the shell. And it's probably, there wasn't much fur left anyway, so.
And what was left you're wearing?
And
We've got Cruella de Jill over here. That was off the cuff, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just have to give myself a round of applause because sometimes the jokes just flow out of my mouth and I don't give myself the credit that I deserve.
If Abby would have told you to leave Maddie at home, you would have had a fit.
That would have been a different thing.
But why is it different? I just know you, and I know that you would have never let Maddie stay at home.
No, but they're two different people. Maddie would have never wanted to let her team down. Like, this is...
Oh, Melissa. You're stumbling over your words. So let me just give you a quick recap of what just happened in that conversation, okay? So Christie, with a C, is like, yappa, are you not worried, Melissa, that Abby has brought in a brand new kid when your kid is slightly injured and she's been left at home and now she's competing? And Melissa's like, no, it's all chill, la, fingers and ears. Then Christie with a K is like, oh, is this, like, thing permanent, this injury? Oh, it happened a few weeks ago. And then Christie's like, yo, if Abby wanted you to leave, like, Maddie at home, would you? And Melissa's like, fuck no, am I leaving her at home? And then she's like, oh, but, like, that's just a completely different situation. So she'll happily leave Mackenzie at home, but she won't leave Maddie at home. Maddie wouldn't like to let her team down. What? I'm assuming neither did Mackenzie. So what's going on here? What's these silly little games that you're playing? Melissa, it's one rule for Maddie, another rule for Kenzie.
I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm here for my students.
Let's show Abby your costume.
Perfect.
Like it?
That's great.
This is not a good outfit. Yeah, this is not a good outfit in the slightest. It is giving sheep, I can't lie. It is giving massive sheep energy.
How are you?
Good to see you.
I'm so glad you're here. John is a brilliant choreographer.
Well, this isn't awkward whatsoever. This is quite chill, actually. This is not awkward in the slightest. I thought it'd be really awkward, but she just went up and gave him a hug.
Hey boy, you wanna see me rock that, yeah. Gotta make your eyes pop, pop. Hey boy, you wanna see me rock that, yeah. Gotta make your jaw drop, drop. Na, na, na.
Oh, she's a dog.
Hey boy, you watching me, yeah. Hey boy, you wanna see me rock that, gotta make your eyes pop, pop.
I think I'd give it a 6 because there wasn't actually a lot of content in there. Like, the bits that she was doing that were, like, dance moves, I was like, okay, this is good. But a lot of it was just like, I don't know, it just didn't vibe that well. Also, and this is my big thing, if you're gonna lip sync a song that you're dancing to, know the words. Or don't lip sync at all. Don't, like, lip sync bits and bobs and then forget to do bits and then kind of pick it back up again. Like, if I was a judge, I would find that so unbelievably irritating. Like, unbelievably irritating. I actually couldn't hack it because it would just wind me up. So, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it that much. I worked out halfway through that she was a dog, not a sheep. So, that was embarrassing on my part. But either way, again, I'm excited to see what she does. But, like, this is just more of the same from what we saw from her on AUDC. And if I'm being honest, she was doing harder routines on AUDC. And she was doing better. This was a poor routine for her, if I'm being 100% honest. And I think it just shows Abby cannot choreograph. At all. because Asia was doing things 10 times harder than this and absolutely smashing it on AUDC, but this choreography was just not showing her at her best.
You haven't seen tough love from Abby yet. Like, this is all very sweet and kind.
You can complain all you want, but Abby's not going to change. Obviously, you know Abby's not going to change.
No, we're not expecting
And so
her to change.
when I hear all the complaining, I'm like, okay.
But we haven't complained once in front of you about Abby.
Exposed. Christie with a K has watched the show, and therefore she's bringing outside knowledge onto the show. That's not okay. Okay, you can't be basing your opinions on people on how they are on a TV show, because it's edited, it's filtered, 45 minutes. A week is edited into 45 minutes.
Well, you know what? Now that we know that you don't want us to be honest and express our feelings, we'll make sure we don't do that in front of you.
I don't think that's quite what she was saying, but slay, Christie? I don't really know what to say at this point. I feel like this whole argument is pointless and needless and a little bit meh, but it is what it is.
Drop and give me 20. Cute's over. It's about the technique. It's about the feet. I cringed when you rode up to that chin stand.
You know how Christie and Jill and Holly and Melissa and Kelly were like, oh, just you wait. Drop and give me 20. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's craziness. Wow.
How's that tough love feel now?
I also think that at this point in time, I don't think any new people, and I give Jill a slight pass, but I don't think any new people deserve to complain about how Abby is, purely because before getting onto the show, they knew how Abby was. Whereas I feel like Abby was harsh and Abby was strict before the show started, and even during season 1 she was harsh and strict, but she wasn't cruel and nasty for the most part. Sometimes she could be, but for the most part, no. So when the original mums complain about how nasty and mean Abby is, it's because they remember a time when she wasn't like that. When she wasn't as harsh and mean and awful and vile and disgusting as she is now. They remember a time when that wasn't the case. And that's why they've stuck it out for so long, because they're now trapped on a TV show and that's giving Abby this image of, oh, I'm God, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Whereas I don't feel like Christie with a K is going to be complaining too much about Abby's treatment of Asia, because she knew what she was getting into. She knew what she was doing when she signed up to this show. She knew that Abby was going to be harsh on Asia, and she's probably prepared Asia to be like, take it on the chin. Take it on the chin like a champ. And I've got to say, that's one of the things that I really appreciated about Asia on AUDC. She never let it get to her. But like 1 or 2 times, yeah, but she's 6. Do you know what I mean? She's 6'7". Obviously, things are going to get to her. But for the most part, she was strong. She knew not to let criticism bother her or get to her. She just wore up a duck's back. And I feel like that's a really good attitude to have. So big props to Asia, I have to say it for that. Oh no! Honestly, if it wasn't for the little stumble, that would have been a solid 9 out of 10. But I'm gonna have to give it an 8. Because the rest of it was so unbelievably good. And I was living for this little Latin salsa. Ooh, yeah. Let's get funky with it. Oh, brilliant. I love watching that style of dance. I think it's so fascinating to watch, because it's so technical, but it looks so fluid, and it just looks like you're vibing with the music. But I know there's so much going on underneath of it all. So, yeah, I think just that little stumble really held it back from being amazing, and I feel like they're going to get docked marks for it, obviously, but it is what it is. I think they did a great job. There were some tricky moments in there, and they handled them mostly with ease. So yeah, very well done.
Really? No way. That belongs in a ballroom competition, not here against my girl.
Technically, that wouldn't be accepted in a ballroom competition, purely because they weren't in hold at all. I'm fairly certain that is like the minimum requirement for a ballroom competition, is you at least have to be holding in hold the other person. They weren't in hold once. They were just dancing those styles out of hold, which means that it's perfectly acceptable for a dance competition. Thank you very much, good sir. Oh no.
Let's go, let it go, give it all you got. You just gotta believe, just gotta believe. Just wait and see, and wait and see. Oh, yeah, just wait and see.
Do you guys want my honest opinion of that? I thought it was boring as fuck. I thought it was so boring. I thought there was no energy from any of them. It just lacked so much flavour, passion, just everything. It just was lacking motivation. And especially coming after that Latin number where I was like, ooh, yeah, they're like vibing, they're going for it. Yes, this is amazing. And then we watched this and I was just sort of like, oh, like, I think they were good, but like, they're always good. It was a colour by numbers dance. So I'm going to give it a 5. I thought it was so poor. So unbelievably just boring is what I would say. But I think boring actually is the word I would use for that dance. I'm so sorry, guys, but... oh, I was sat there just bored the entire time. And I thought Chloe fell out of one of her pirouettes at the start. That's why I said, oh no. But just, yeah, boring. Soz. I have to be honest, guys. I have to be honest. I've watched too many of these dances to be like, oh my god, yay, well done to every single one of them. Sometimes they're just dull.
Street light, our office way outside the city lights. Our minds beyond repair. If the pressure gives us anything, just machine lines. Our minds are just machine lines.
That was a very good dance. That was a very, very, very powerful, good dance. Listen, it was giving Newsies more than depression, but I do think that that was actually a very, very strong dance. And honestly, Abby's team have got to pull it out the bag, because if it was up to me, that would be getting first place at the moment. That was incredible. I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. I have to. It was very entertaining. Kathy has stepped her game up this year. Stepped it up to the next level. Gone are the days that we are doing insensitive cultural pieces about China. We are here. We are doing important things. We've had some good dances this series. Candy Apple Style, kind of a banger. Kind of was a banger. The other dance that they did, the one with the newspaper, again, very good. The one before that, very good. This boys team, give big finger snaps to them because they're amazing. They are incredible.
Is it the only night you call and it's alright? It's alright. I got the blues tonight. Again and again.
I think disappointed is the word I would use. I thought it was okay. I did not get anything remotely to do with reincarnation. Not a single hint of reincarnation. Why did Chloe run on late at the start? Was that a choice? Because it was the wrong choice is what I would say. I just thought it was an odd dance. It had some really nice moments, like that bit where they're all like sort of zigzaggy and then they like splinter off. I thought that was a really nice section. But other than that, like, you know how last episode she was complaining about how, like, oh, it's much more difficult to focus a lead when you have 6 people. Like, that's why I didn't want Mackenzie to be in it. Well, you had 6 people in this and you still managed to focus a lead very well. So, sort it out, Abby, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't that blown away by it. I can't lie. It was alright. It was like a 7. at best. I think, if I'm being 100% honest, the boys one knocked this out of the water. Not even on the same platform.
Entry number 39, Ross Beck.
Well done. Very, very proud of you. Well done, Asia. Good job. Let's move on.
We have entry number 85, We Believe.
Honestly, you're lucky to get second place. That was a miserably boring dance that you guys did. Very well. You did it very well. But I was just bored. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
3 points away from perfect, which is pretty darn good, is entry number 87, Black Fire.
3 points away from perfect, and he stumbled halfway through. That must have been the 3 points. That's incredible. That's craziness. I was impressed. I have to say, I really enjoyed that number. That was a really... Kathy came to play this week, and she came and she conquered.
We might just pull out a perfect score.
Receiving a perfect 300 is entry 124A, Machine Line.
Perfect score. Kathy got a perfect score. That dance was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Abby being like, I think we're getting the perfect score. Bitch, no. Your tied choreography could never get a perfect score. Soz. But it is what it is. LOL.
Our girls had
LOL.
no chance.
Hi, how are you?
I decided to join the party.
Who is ready for Abby to have the worst stinking attitude because she lost? The worst, unbelievable, stinking ass attitude that you've ever seen on this God-given planet. Ugh! She's gonna be unbearable.
She is an embarrassment to me and probably to her family as well.
But you can't say that. She's come in and she's been all respectful, nice. She's been like, listen, we got a clean sweep, but like, you guys did do amazingly well done, I have to say. Like, there's nothing but niceties here, but suddenly, oh, it's too far. Too far.
That she threw at me.
Abby, you've been back and forth, both of you. Let's mend
You know what,
the situation
sir?
here.
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the beginning.
Appreciate both Lennon's mum and one of the dads being like, let me A, hold you back, Kathy, before you launch at her, and B, like, can we just get over this ridiculous beef and rivalry? Like, it is just getting a little bit tired now. A little bit tired. I'm a little bit bored of it because it is just the back and forth, and like, I don't mind it being playful, but like, it's very clear that it's playful on Kathy's end, but on Abby's end, like, this is deeply upsetting her, and it's just a bit ridiculous. Like, you're 40-something years old, grow up.
Do you think I've given up my whole life in all the organizations that I belong to deal with that piece of crap? No.
What are you waffling about, Abby? You are getting hysterical for absolutely no reason. This is so unnecessary, and it's so ridiculous of you. I feel like I say this every single episode. I have to just keep pinching myself and reminding myself that this is actually just a ridiculous TV show.
The minute she struck me, she left the room. She doesn't even walk in my circle. She does not live in my world.
You never been hit by a handbag before? We can tell. Listen, I've taken many handbags to the face, to the arm, to the back, to the shoulder, to everything. It's just a daily occurrence. No, I'm joking. But it is a little bit ridiculous that you're bigging this up all over a bloody handbag, like, hit. Get a grip, woman. Well, that was the first episode for Christie and Asia. I actually didn't hate them that much in this episode, but I feel like they were kind of just easing in. We'll see how long it takes for Christie to start asking people to fight her in the back alleys. But on the whole, I thought this was a very entertaining episode. I thought Kathy's numbers were outstanding. She deserves all the credit in the world. Well, the choreographer deserves all the credit in the world, really. But she's the one that is just there. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, Kathy, congratulations. As for Abby, grow up, really. Grow up. Go home. Hug your stuffed dog. And then, yeah, just vibe and chill. And maybe have a cheeky smoke. Go for it. Chill yourself out. Zen. Chill. Vibe. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. You guys know how to do so well. I say the same thing at the end of every episode. And you know what? You guys actually listen. Every single episode, we get new subscribers, which is so cool. We're growing the fan base. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers, guys. We're about 50 subscribers away. I said end of Feb. But remember, end of April is when we are going to be doing the live watching of Dance Mums. Yeah. If you time it correctly, we could get season 3 nationals. That could be a good one to watch live. But who knows? You have to get there first. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. I'm reading off of my auto cue now. As you can see, it's just there. I don't actually have an auto cue. I'm just joking. And I will see you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.